for TikTokers who have discovered a cult favorite workout of the 90s.
And I literally do it right there in front of my TV.
Victoria Morano just started doing Tae Bo, the martial arts cardio workout that exploded in popularity when it went to home video. All of that happened before she even took her first steps.
Were people just built different back then? Why was no one drinking water? Because literally in the workout, they were just going, no breaks, no water. I'm like, hello, what's going on?
Morano is one of several 20-somethings who have joined in on this resurgence. Videos like one shared by Elizabeth Hope on TikTok have racked up millions of views and hundreds of comments.
The amount of people I got that said, oh my God, I've been doing them with my mom. I've been doing them in school when I was a kid. I forgot about these. Where can I find these? Like, everyone's like so amped that they're back.
And it's safe to say that no one is more amped than...
Hi, I'm Billy Blanks.
My daughter, one day, she came to me and said, hey, Dad, I think you should do a 1-minute workout on TikTok. I go, what? I said, you think people really work out in 1 minute? She said, yes, Dad, if you do a good workout, people will do it. So I did it, and it went crazy, right?
Your daughter was onto something.
Yeah, she is.
Billy Blanks has gotten so much new interest in the workout that now, at 70 years young, he just recorded an introductory course for all the newcomers.
All I want to do is show people that it doesn't matter how long the workout is, what you put into the workout is what you get out of it.
And pretty soon, he'll have some new help from this newer generation.
I'm going to be able to get certified soon, so that's going to be really fun.
Wait, certified for...
Tae Bo.
Wait, you're going to be a certified Tae Bo instructor?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal.
And Billy is still sharing regular Tae Bo videos as well as conducting live workouts. Fans can follow him on his social media channels to join in. All right, Paul's here now with a look at the news stories coming up in just a couple of minutes on KY3 News at 5.
Well, Rob, the 988 crisis line turns 4 tomorrow. The new data looking at whether it prevents suicides, plus a new safety concern for Springfield families who rely on food pantries. We'll explain and the way to protect your health on KY3 News at 5.
Over the next couple of hours, rain and thunderstorms continue. Clouds hanging around overnight tonight. Temperatures falling back in the 70s and will stay in the 70s for overnight lows. Many around 70 to about 71 degrees in the morning. Pretty light winds, a few isolated showers early on, and then most will be dry tonight with more rain on the way tomorrow to keep us a little bit cooler again in the mid 80s only for highs. A few showers and thunderstorms and the potential for maybe some localized flooding again. I'll talk about when everything wraps up and a closer look at what will be a warm weekend for us coming up on KY3 News at 5.
A pilot has gone viral after leaving an unexpected message in the sky during a routine flight. The pilot of the 2-hour maintenance test flight over northwest England traced the words, "I'm bored," across the sky with the unusual message and route appearing on the flight tracking website Flight Radar. Now, screenshots of the odd flight path quickly spread across social media. The aviation company says as it was just a test flight, they could see why the pilot was bored, but that he showcased some pretty skillful flying. And that's the news at 4. Jeopardy's up next on KSPR, or stick around for KY3 News at 5 in just 2 minutes.
Back again, Jeff? Well, I'm future you. Our doctor figured out why your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back. It's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
Join Springfield Public Schools for the Back to School Bash on Saturday, July 25th from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Springfield Expo Center. Students can grab free backpacks, school supplies, groceries, hygiene kits, and lunch while supplies last. Connect with over 50 community partners offering resources to support your family. Start the school year strong. Visit sbs.org/bash for details.
Fantastic deals await at ozarkdeals.com. Today's deal? Come enjoy the show with a half-price ticket to Gene Watson at the Mansion Theater, a $62 value. For more great deals, visit ozarkdeals.com.
The Centennial celebration continues at the birthplace of Route 66 Festival. Join us on August 7th and 8th at Park Central Square. Classic cars, live music, Route 66 exhibits, food vendors, and family fun. Most of it free. More than 500 cars displayed throughout downtown and directly on historic Route 66. Plan your visit at Route66FestivalSGF.com. Brought to you by KY3, Aaron Sachs & Associates, Ozarks on Two Wheels, and these other fine sponsors.
We said we'd never take our eyes off them. Never let them be spoiled. And we'd never put them in harm's way. As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
From the Alex Trebek stage at Sony Picture Studios, this is Jeopardy! Let's meet today's contestants. An attorney from Queens, New York, Armando Marin. A director of planned giving, originally from Centerport, New York, Marissa Rizzuti. And our returning champion, a policy and law student, originally from Thousand Oaks, California, Caleb Gruen, whose 9-day cash winnings total $240,500. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny. Good to have you with us today on Jeopardy! Our champion, Caleb Gruen, made it 9 wins in a row yesterday, and today finds himself going for double digits. In this season of Super Champions that already includes Harrison Whitaker, Jamie Dang, Tristan Williams, and Adam Remsen, could Caleb add his name to the list? Or will today mark the beginning of a new streak for Marissa or Armando? Let's start finding out, players. Good luck. Into the Jeopardy round we go. The categories are today historic ships, followed by gardening. Then we have some movie sequel subtitles. You give us the film series that comes before the colon. After that, we have religion, barbershop, and quartets. The unusual spelling, because these are words with 4 of the letter O. Caleb, start us off.
Let's go religion for 1,000.
This collection of Jewish law and commentary has 2 versions, one named for Babylon and the other for Jerusalem. Marissa.
What is Torah?
No. Caleb.
What's the Talmud?
Talmud is correct.
Religion 800.
This neo-pagan religion caught on in England during the 1950s, following Gerald Gardner's publication of Witchcraft Today. Caleb.
What is Wicca?
Right again.
Ships 800.
Built as a 10-gun fighting brig sloop, it was refitted before heading out on an 1831 survey expedition to South America and beyond. Caleb.
What's the Beagle?
Right.
Gardening 8.
This 10-letter gardening tool is great for loosening weeds and soil in a garden. Marissa.
What's a hoe?
No, never correct out here. Nobody should try what is a hoe. Caleb or Armando? That's a cultivator. Back to Caleb.
Gardening for 600.
In the Astor family, we have the oxeye this. 6 hours of sun daily is good for them, and don't overwater. Marissa.
What is a daisy?
Yes.
Movie sequel subtitles for 400.
Tokyo Drift. Marissa.
What is Fast and the Furious?
Right.
Subtitles for 600.
Folie à deux. Armando.
What is Joker?
Yes.
Movie sequel subtitles for 800.
Here we go again. Caleb.
What is Mamma Mia?
You are correct.
Barbershop 8.
Answer. There's a daily double there, Caleb. You're in the lead with 3,400. How much of it do you want to wager?
Not the best room, so let's go 1,000.
Barbershop, not your category, huh? Going for 4,400, here's your clue. This London street that was the epicenter of British journalism is also the site of some barbarous murders in a classic musical.
What is Fleet Street?
Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Yes, you had 1,000.
Let's go quartets for 1,000.
Per the OED, It's a popular dance involving arm movements mimicking coupling rods. Coupling rods on a train, that's why it's the locomotion. Back to Caleb.
Quartets 8.
While maybe not the most fun ever, this exam of your large intestine takes only about a half hour, excluding prep, and could save your life. Caleb.
What's a colonoscopy?
Yes.
Ship's 1,000.
In 1609, this Englishman pulled into New York Harbor in command of the Halva Man, or Half Moon. Caleb.
Who is Hudson?
Yes, Henry Hudson's ship.
Movie sequel 1,000.
Back in the Habit. Armando.
What is Sister Act?
Yes, Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
Movie sequel for 200.
We'll finish it off with Jason Takes Manhattan. Marissa.
What is Friday the 13th?
That is the series. Well done.
Historic ships for 200.
The Speedwell was meant to be this ship's companion on a famous voyage, but leaked badly and had to return to port. Marissa.
What is the Mayflower?
Mayflower is correct. You're doing a good job clawing back, almost in positive territory. We need to pause for a moment, but the comeback will continue after this. Stay tuned.
The Centennial celebration continues at the birthplace of Route 66 Festival. Join us on August 7th and 8th at Park Central Square. Classic cars, live music, Route 66 exhibits, food vendors, and family fun. Most of it free. More than 500 cars displayed throughout downtown and directly on historic Route 66. Plan your visit at Route66FestivalSGF.com. Brought to you by KY3, Aaron Sachs & Associates, Ozarks on Two Wheels, and these other fine sponsors.
Grandmas have big purses for all the pictures and maybe some candy. But every year the politicians can't keep their hands off my purse, taxing the car and the home I already paid for. I watch the news and wonder where all our money goes. Amendment 5 will cut our taxes and make politicians live on a budget, just like me. So what's in here goes to my grandkids, not my government. Yes, on Amendment 5.
Over $1 million in total cash and Go Rewards prizes could be yours in July from Indigo Sky Casino. Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win your share of over $80,000 total cash prizes and over $2,500 Go Rewards play. Stay and play in our luxurious hotel suites. Dine in the area's best restaurants, Shawano Steak and Spirits and Rock and Brews Restaurant. Let your winning fun begin at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri. IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
I'm running for one simple reason. State Senator Curtis Trent has sold you out. He carries more lobbyist bills and takes more lobbyist money than any other senator. He sponsored a 3% local tax hike, voted to give utility breaks to hyperscale data centers, and voted to give immunity to vaccine manufacturers and nursing homes. I'm Lori Rook. In the state Senate, I'll fight for you, not the corporations or special interests. On August 4th, I'm asking for your vote.
Not every house fits your life anymore. Maybe it needs repairs, maybe plans have changed, or maybe it's just time. I'm Andrew Newell with Ozarks House Buyers. We've been helping homeowners in the community for over 14 years. We buy houses like this every day. No cleaning, no repairs, and no waiting on a listing. Just a straightforward offer, and we take care of everything from there. If a house is weighing on you, let's talk. Call Ozarks House Buyers today and see how simple selling can be.
Promotional consideration provided by GoodRx. Save time and money on prescriptions. Check GoodRx.
What's that?
It's compounded hogwash.
Bet those weight loss meds ain't FDA approved.
Smells like snake oil to me. Horse? This here's the real deal. Yeehaw.
Weight loss plans for $39 per month plus med costs. Check GoodRx.
Armando Marin is here from Queens. He's an attorney. And Armando, you feel the universe really aligned to get you here today. What happened?
Yes, that's right, Ken. So I celebrated my 30th birthday a couple months ago, and my fiance planned this sort of semi-surprise party at our weekly viewing of RuPaul's Drag Race with my friends.
Okay.
And the drag queen invited me on stage, asked some questions at the bar, saying happy birthday to me. It was a fun time. And she asked, what is your biggest birthday wish? And I said it was to be on TV, thinking about Jeopardy. And 3 days later, I got the call that I would be a contestant.
Wow. This is a very powerful drag queen at your party.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, congrats on getting your wish.
Thank you.
Marissa Rizzuti is here from Centerport, New York, originally, a director of planned giving. What's your Jeopardy connection? You have one in your family, right?
Yes, so my parents bought their current home from the parents of another Jeopardy contestant, Paul Trifoletti, and when I lived there, I slept in his old room.
Do you feel like there's some Jeopardy aura that makes that room smart?
So I think they have to put that in the listing when they list it for sale in the future.
I'm learning so much supernatural Jeopardy lore. We've got drag queen wishes, haunted Jeopardy bedrooms. What about you, Caleb Gruen? Maybe you don't have a supernatural secret of how you got here, but you did have an adventure in Yosemite once, right?
That's correct. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with Jeopardy, but some friends and I decided to climb Nevada Falls in Yosemite. We set out a little late, so by the time we were coming down, it was pitch black, and it was November, so there was snow, and it turned into ice. And so the quickest way and safest way we could get down was to sit on our butts and just kind of like slide ourselves down the mountain. And then we did that for like a good 30 minutes to an hour before we got out of the park.
30 minutes of sliding?
Yes, we even ran into some other people who were kind of doing it too, so we kind of formed a little...
And then you dried off your behinds, right?
Exactly.
Marissa, let's get back into the round, pick up your buzzer, and make a choice.
All right, barbershop for 600.
Back to the barbershop. In one of opera's best-known arias, this title guy from The Barber of Seville sings his own name over and over again. Marissa.
Who's Figaro?
Yes, you're out of the hole.
Barbershop for 400.
When it's time to pay the barber, Emily Post advises sticking with the golden rule. Tip this percentage, $6 for a $30 haircut. Caleb.
What is 20%?
That's it.
Quartet 6.
Lose your blues and give us this word that means physically and or conceptually unrestrained. Lose your blues and everybody cut foot loose. Caleb?
Religion 6.
Decreed via papal bull in 1854, this Roman Catholic dogma defines the mother of Jesus as free from original sin. Armando.
What is the Immaculate Conception?
Right.
Religion for 400.
Mary Baker Eddy drew from the work of Phineas Quimby, a charismatic healer from Maine in founding this religious movement. Marissa.
What is Christian Science?
That's correct.
Religion 200.
A building in Flushing, Queens, known as the Ganesh Temple, is one of the USA's oldest temples of this religion. Caleb.
What is Hinduism?
Yes.
Ship 6.
These two smallest ships of Columbus's first voyage were so tiny that the crews had to sleep on the decks. Armando.
What are the Nina and Pinta?
Yes.
Historic ships 400.
Still seaworthy, SS Jeremiah O'Brien is one of the merchant ships called this, for the freedom they helped bring to Europe in World War II. Caleb.
What is a Liberty ship?
That's correct.
Gardening 1,000.
Scarification involves filing down a seed's outer layer, so this sprouting process is augmented. Armando.
What is germination?
Good for 1,000.
Gardening for 400.
Many members of the parsley family, like celery or Queen Anne's lace, are considered these, meaning their life cycles are 2 seasons. Armando.
What is biennial?
Correct again.
Gardening for 200.
Seeds that come from another era are called these, like something passed down from one generation to another. Armando.
What is an heirloom?
Heirloom plants, yes.
Barbershop for 200.
Barbershop quartets have 4-part harmony and perform this way, an Italian phrase meaning without instrumental accompaniment. Caleb.
What is a cappella?
That's it.
Barbershop 1,000.
Let us all be glad we no longer visit barbers for this ancient surgical practice, symbolized by the red stripe on modern barber poles. Marissa.
What is dentistry?
No. Caleb.
What is bloodletting?
That's correct, for 1,000.
Quartets 4.
A category-appropriate synonym for this word, boring. Marissa.
What is soporific?
No. Caleb or Armando? Only 2 O's in soporific, but there are 4 in monotonous. Here's the final clue in quartets. It can be a little injury or a big mistake. Caleb.
What is a boo-boo?
Yes, but you didn't make a boo-boo there. You're in the lead with 8,600. Marissa will select first when we return. Stay with us for Double Jeopardy.
When it comes to AI, things are moving fast. Massive profits, robots on the line, automated everything. It's immense power, and it could leave millions behind. Listen to Senator Josh Hawley.
Left to itself, artificial intelligence will not choose moral liberty. We must regulate artificial intelligence in the economy. We could be the party of the worker and the family and the small town, the party that remembers our commitment to justice for all.
Thank Josh Hawley for putting Americans first.
Enjoy 4 Diamond Resort Luxury. and over 450 holes of affordable championship golf at 11 sites, all set among breathtaking natural beauty. Welcome to Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, what the New York Times calls some of the best public golf on earth. Visit rtjgolf.com and make your plans to come play the trail.
At Smouse Bros, we're no strangers to cute kids.
The competition even copies our children.
There's the price matching.
Is that $14 for lemonade?
Whatever they're charging.
Of course, the high-pressure tactics.
And if you sign this, you get the cup.
A cup?
Foundation repair, waterproofing, all smiles, no imitators.
Get a Smouse under your house.
A Springfield teen was murdered. An illegal immigrant is arrested for the vicious crime. Curtis Trent, unafraid, spoke the simple truth.
There should never be any crime committed by an illegal alien because there should be no illegal aliens in our nation.
Then our Trump conservative state senator Curtis Trent sponsored and won the law to detain and deport illegal immigrants, and truth in sentencing, keeping violent criminals locked up longer. Curtis Trent, winning for us.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now I'm ready for the moment with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi. Most people achieved clearer skin from head to toe, and many were 100% plaque-free.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by...
You've got to try the softest sneaker ever. Hands-free, cozy fit Skechers slip-ins. Sneakers that are as comfy as your favorite slippers. Just step in and go with no bending down or touching.
Join the millions who are feeling the power of OsteoBiflex, the #1 pharmacist-recommended joint care supplement at your local retailer and club.
Let's play Double Jeopardy. This time there are 2 daily doubles on the board. The new categories are, from left to right, doctors, British songstresses, then notorious, U.S. mountains, poems, and finally a category about real and metaphorical roads. Marissa?
British songster 1200.
Member of Suede, girlfriend of Blur's Damon Albarn, and lead singer of Elastica, Justine Frischmann was the female face of this 90s trend. Caleb.
What is Britpop?
Right.
Notorious 16.
Answer. That's a daily double, Caleb. It's a notorious category. How much do you want to risk?
Let's go 4,000.
All right. You'll have 13,800 with a correct response to this clue. Robert Stroud, who became a self-taught ornithologist during his years in solitary, is best known by this nickname.
What is the Birdman of Alcatraz?
That's him, yes. You had $4,000. Where to now, Caleb?
Poems for 12.
Back to back. That's the other daily double. What's the wager this time?
Let's go 5,000.
Okay, a little more confident in poems. Going for 5,000 more, here's your clue. Milton's poem, This Man Agonistes, meaning enduring a struggle, describes him as eyeless in Gaza at the mill with slaves.
Who is Samson?
Samson Agonistes is the poem, yes. Wow, $9,000 there on those daily doubles back to back. Select again, Caleb.
Let's go mountains for 2,000.
On a clear day atop this 6,288-foot mountain, you can look out into Maine, Vermont, and even Canada. Marissa.
What is Mount Washington?
That's right, in New Hampshire.
Great. Songstresses for 1,600.
Catherine is the full first name of this singer, whose 1978 debut single went, Heathcliff, it's me, I'm Kathy. Caleb.
Who is Bush?
Kate Bush is right.
Doctors, 2,000.
The all-male student body of Geneva Medical College voted to accept her as a prank. Joke was, she graduated at the top of the class. Caleb.
Who is Blackwell?
Elizabeth Blackwell, first American woman doctor.
Let's go poems for 2,000.
This T.S. Eliot poem begins, April is the cruelest month. Caleb.
What is The Wasteland?
Yes.
Poem 16.
One of Emily Dickinson's most famous, this poem, now known by its first line, was originally published as The Chariot. Caleb.
What is Because I Could Not Stop for Death?
You got it.
You kindly stopped for me. Notorious 2000.
It took 30 years, but in 1994, white supremacist Byron De La Beckwith was convicted of the murder of this civil rights leader. Caleb?
It was Evers.
Yes, Medgar Evers.
Songstresses 2000.
In 2025, her songs like Madeline made it clear her marriage to David Harbour did not end well. Caleb?
Who is Lily Allen?
Yes.
Mountain 16.
Blanca Peak is the highest summit in this range, a segment of the Rockies with a sanguine Spanish name. Caleb?
What is Sangre de Cristo?
You are correct.
Doctor 16.
A black doctor in the 1890s, Daniel Hale Williams made history with open heart surgery, fixing this sac around the heart. Caleb?
It's the pericardium.
It is.
Railroads 2000.
A real term from agriculture and commerce, this kind of southern road became a symbol of rural degradation from a 1932 novel. The book was called Tobacco Road. Back to Caleb.
Road 16.
Life is difficult is the first line of this classic self-help book by M. Scott Peck. What is the road less traveled? Caleb?
Roads 12.
The Good Samaritan did his good on the road to this ancient city from Jerusalem. It was a winding 20 miles with a half-mile drop in elevation. Caleb?
What is Jericho?
Yes.
Mountains 12.
This A section of the Appalachians contains the highest peaks in both Pennsylvania and West Virginia. Armando?
What are the Adirondacks?
No. Caleb or Marissa? Those are the Alleghenies. Caleb?
Notorious 12.
This Unabomber was arrested at his cabin in 1996 after a tip from his own brother. Marissa?
Who is Ted Kaczynski?
Yes.
Notorious 800?
A 4-part docu-series from 2019 featured conversations with this serial killer who was executed in Florida in 1989. Marissa?
Who is Ted Bundy?
Right.
Notorious 400?
Often considered America's first serial killer, H.H. Holmes found many of his victims during this city's 1893 World's Fair. Armando?
What is Paris?
No. Caleb?
What is Chicago?
That's the city.
Doctors 12.
Medical hat trick. Robert Koch figured out the causes of tuberculosis, anthrax, and this waterborne intestinal infection. Caleb?
What is cholera?
That's right.
Mountains 8.
Y East is the Native American name for this Oregon peak that stands over 11,000 feet. Caleb?
What is Hood?
Right.
Poems 8.
Robinson Jeffers built a tower named for this kind of bird and wrote a poem with the rhyming title Rock and this kind of bird. Caleb?
What is Hawk?
Rock and Hawk, right.
Roads 8.
It's a symbol of musical excellence and maybe of the past for the Beatles, who are walking away from the studio in the famous shot. Armando?
What is Abbey Road?
That's it.
Roads for 400?
Per 19th century humorist Josh Billings, the road to this synonym for disaster is wide to accommodate the great amount of travel. Caleb?
What is perdition?
No. Marissa or Armando? That would be the proverbial road to ruin. Back to you, Armando.
British songstresses for 800?
The foundation named for this singer, who died 15 years ago, has programs for young women coming out of addiction. Armando?
Who is Winehouse?
Yes.
Songstresses for 400?
She recorded her album I Forgive You during breaks in filming Wicked, like for an actor's strike. Armando?
Who is Arrivo?
Yes.
U.S. Mountains for 400?
The Big Belt mountain range sits under the big sky of this state. Caleb?
What is Montana?
That's the state.
Doctors 8.
Pediatric cardiologist Helen Brooke Tausig devised a shunt to save cyanotic newborns, AKA this alliterative term. Caleb?
What is Blue Baby?
Right.
Doctors 4.
Dr. Samuel Katz helped develop a vaccine in 1963 to save millions of kids from this, also called rubeola. Armando?
What is yellow fever?
No. Caleb?
What is scarlet fever?
Also incorrect. Marissa? Back on the rise is measles. Here's the last clue in poems. From what's now Italy, not so bad in springtime, Robert Browning wrote, "Oh, to be in this country, now that April's there." He just wanted to be home. Oh, to be in England. Caleb has a big lead heading into Final Jeopardy. Let's reveal the category for today. We're dealing with 20th century history, so make your wagers. Once the wagers are in, we will be back with the clue.
Right now, living with COPD is hard, but more could be going on. And here is how you find out. Your COPD may be different, and Nucala could help. The inflammation triggering your flare-ups could be caused by eosinophils. Nucala helps target that inflammation. And it's the only once-monthly auto-injector for COPD you can do right at home. Picture fewer flare-ups and fewer flare-up related hospital visits. Nucala is an add-on injection for uncontrolled COPD with a specific marker of inflammation. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop other medicines, including steroids, unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause back pain, diarrhea, and cough. Right now, it may be time for something different. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
We do this like men.
Fine. Like men.
I have a delivery here? Okay. You guys have fun.
It looks like an ordinary staircase, but when you have pain in places like your arms, hands, legs, and feet, even stairs can hurt. As a retired doctor, now that I'm older myself, I use Nervive. Nervive Roll-On has lidocaine to block nerve pain signals. Nervive also comes in a spray for hard-to-reach areas. Getting older happens, but living with pain doesn't have to. Try Nervive like I did, and get your freedom back. Feel alive with Nervive.
Millionaire is back, and the most brilliant minds in the world will not be here.
Don't take my word for it.
We have famous people instead playing for charity, and someone is bound to become a meme.
Are you gonna be mad if I'm wrong?
No, the charity's mine.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire premieres Wednesday, July 22nd on ABC.
Tonight, the flood threat and severe storms, record-breaking heat for tens of millions, plus thick wildfire smoke.
This could potentially overtake us.
Spreading across the U.S. The warnings. World News Tonight with David Muir is the #1 newscast in America.
It still feels like he's going to walk right in and sit down for dinner.
Are you sure you're ready to do this again so soon?
I was just worried I wasn't going to be able to do this anymore with the cost of the funeral, and it was so unexpected. But your dad, he always had a plan.
What do you mean?
He had a guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company. It really helped me with the expenses, and the payment came so fast.
If you are between 45 and 85, you automatically qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance coverage, starting at just $6.38 a month with United of Omaha. Your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down for any reason, and benefits may be paid within 24 hours. Help take care of your loved ones after you're gone.
Call 800-405-7160. That's 800-405-7160. Call today.
Nitrous oxide is poison. It's just pure poison.
A deadly addiction with shockingly easy access.
When it's misused, it'll kill you, just like it did my son.
We investigate states cracking down on recreational laughing gas.
Urge lawmakers bans the sale.
Resulted in a new state law. Now a push for a federal ban. Plus, what happened when our team flagged nitrous oxide we bought online? High stakes. Thursday night at 10. Only on KY3.
Celebrate summer's biggest party at the Ozark Empire Fair, July 30th through August 8th. With free entertainment, pig races, petting zoo, karaoke stage. There's something for every age. Get your advance tickets today at Rapid Roberts, Hy-Vee, and OzarkEmpireFair.com.
See when the rain will reach your neighborhood. Download the KY3 weather app for free.
Our three players know that Final Jeopardy today will concern 20th century history. This is the clue. The UN conference of April 25th, 1945, opened with a speech that said this man gave his life while trying to perpetuate these high ideals. 30 seconds now, players. Good luck. Marissa Rizzuti finished with 3,200, was writing it right up until the bell. Did you come up with the correct response? Love to my whom?
Family.
Oh, that's nice. Well, we'll assume you were going to put family. I believe you. What did you wager? You lose 1,201, leaving you with 1,999. Armando Marin was in second place with 4,400. His response was Franklin D. Roosevelt, and that is correct. FDR had just died a couple weeks beforehand. How much did you wager, Armando? You will add 2,001, bringing you up to $6,401. Caleb Gruen, a chance for a big payday today with $38,000 already. Wow. First of all, did he know it was FDR? He's correct. What did he wager? Wow. $22,067 takes him up to his biggest payday yet, $60,067, and makes him a 10-game winner and a Jeopardy Super Champion with $300,567. Way to go. How long will he go? We will start finding out tomorrow. See you then.
Tonight, the breaking news right now. Dangerous smoke from Canadian wildfires filling the skies across the U.S. The Midwest right into the Northeast at this hour. Hundreds of fires burning in Canada, triggering air quality alerts tonight. The storms at New York City. Bridge traffic disappearing into the haze in Michigan. Authorities reducing speeds to 20 miles an hour. Niagara Falls in an orange glow. Stunning video tonight showing a freight train surrounded by flames. The crew calling for help. Also breaking tonight, the flood emergency playing out right now. More than a foot of rain falling, roads washed out, water rescues underway. A tornado touching down in Texas. Extreme heat across the country. Lee Goldberg standing by with the full forecast. Too close for comfort. The images just in tonight. Dramatic video showing a low-altitude flyover by the famous Blue Angels just above a crowded beach. People screaming. Umbrellas, tents, and chairs sent flying. Late today, reports of a shooting inside a supermarket. Authorities say there are multiple victims. Tonight, the desperate search in San Francisco Bay. People clinging to the side of a boat. That boat sinking near Alcatraz during a memorial service. At least one person killed, 3 still missing. Tonight, the fireworks on the Hill. 2 of President Trump's cabinet nominees grilled by the Senate. Tonight, for the first time, we're hearing the disturbing moments leading up to that deadly ICE shooting in Maine. President Trump tonight saying we need the traffic stops. Tonight, breaking news on Iran. The U.S. launching its 3rd wave of attacks against Iran in the last 24 hours. And news tonight on a meeting in the Situation Room with the president, James Longman from the region. Here in the U.S., alarming video showing the moment 2 tree trimmers, brothers, plunged 45 feet to the ground. The monster shark on the move tonight, the 1,700-pound great white, where they believe it's going in the Northeast. And the World Cup thriller late today, Argentina beating England, the comeback, and the final showdown now set.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. We begin tonight here with the breaking news. Growing concern at this hour over air quality, dangerous smoke from Canadian wildfires filling the skies across the U.S., the Midwest, and now right into the Northeast tonight. At this hour, more than 800 fires are burning in Canada alone. That smoke now making its way into the U.S. The haze over the Midwest and now the Northeast in the coming hours. Tonight here, the stunning images of a train surrounded by flames in Ontario, the crew calling for an emergency rescue. The thick